Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Doctor Who Reviews. This week we are looking at the Tom Baker serial The Stones of Blood, also starring Mary Tamm as Romana. And to discuss it with me, I have my three guests. Firstly, to my virtual left, he recently escaped from an anime dungeon in Newfoundland, and all he got was this lousy Marmite. It's freezing Inferno.
I didn't take the Marmite with me. That's next month when he visited me.
Marmite, you love it or you hate it?
I was ambivalent, but he wanted to vomit. Hence the running gag.
He wanted to vomit.
Also, you said it like an American. Or no, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. No, the Americans say it Newfoundland. You said Newfoundland.
I say it like a British person does, because I'm British, because that gag is finally dead, damn it.
And oh shit! That's the litmus test! Damn! Also, it's Newfoundland.
No, you know what? He's faking it. He's faking it to trick us.
4 years in the making to finally kill that stupid
joke. What is this,
joke.
Knives Out?
I cannot tell a lie.
Please watch our Knives Out commentary track on twitch.tv/concaveusurper.
I was getting to that later.
I think it's saved there. I'm honestly not sure if it actually did save. Just because it is a copyrighted movie.
I checked and the audio's there, but all it is your GIF of thin ice.
Oh, perfect.
Which is a racist. So
you know what? Perfectly fine.
It didn't actually save the movie, but it saved our reactions to the movie. Yeah. So if you can get your hands on a legal copy of Knives Out and sync it up with whatever the hell we're up with, please watch along with us and laugh in the VOD.
Indeed.
Who else you got here, Rainiac?
Well, to my virtual right, she wants to dance, she wants to sing, she wants to bust up everything. It's Concave Usurper, better known as Cat.
Oh man, you got me in one. I can't even complain about that.
And our virtual special guest, she is wondering just what the hell Cat roped her into. It's McBlade, better known as Kris.
Hello, everybody.
I think for the purposes of this one, we'll go real first names.
Yes.
Yeah,
whatever you say, Bront.
I walked into that,
okay.
But I walked into that like Slideshow Bob walking into a rake.
Well,
it's like that meme of the guy doing a sick kickflip and then he loses his board and lands right on a rake.
Yeah. Oh God.
So the Stones of Blood is I believe Kat asked me for a story that we could introduce Kris to.
Yes.
And I picked this half-remembered thing from 9 years ago because it had some gonzo visuals, some things I thought would resonate, and as it turns out, it's a very strange story, but also it has just the right amount, I think, for an introduction, because it's a Tom Baker story, so you get that sort of 80s PBS vibe of just tuning into, what the hell is this? Oh, this is weird as shit. I'm kind of vibing with it.
Oh, please. I had to introduce Kris to Max Headroom.
Oh.
I mean, that's funny given what happened
in 1987. That is a story for another podcast.
There was literally an episode of Doctor Who that was interrupted by a video of pirate wearing a Max Headroom mask.
Yep.
Yeah. Google the Max Headroom incident, y'all. We are not making shit up.
We are not. It is insane.
Only don't watch it if you're
took me a moment to remember what that was.
Yeah. Only don't Google it if you're on your laptop for work or something like that, because it's not safe for work.
Yeah.
It is very much not.
Max Headroom gets his ass paddled.
Also, if you're at work right now, don't listen to us because we're gonna fucking curse a whole lot.
Oh, wow! Holy fuck, Cat! Watch your fucking goddamn mouth, Jesus!
I ain't gonna watch my motherfucking mouth at all. You can't fucking make me. What the fuck are you talking about?
Now, Cat, I've had people complain about swearing. This kind of shit just isn't needed.
Well, I'll swear on their mum that I'm going to swear as much as I like, so...
Stones of Blood is the third part of our increasingly inaccurate look at Season 16 of Doctor Who, the Key to Time season. in which the Doctor and his companion, the first Romana, Mary Tamm, go around time and space looking for pieces of the mystical key to time. We previously covered the climactic finale to the story, the Armageddon Factor, chosen completely randomly, and now we've come to the third part of the Key to Time saga, in which we find the third part of Key to Time.
The third part of the glowing clear Rubik's Cube.
Yes.
MacGuffin.
So, diving into Stones of Blood Part 1, we get the best budget the BBC's got!
Kris really enjoyed this.
It was adorable. You could see the string. Honestly, though, for the time, it fit in just perfectly with like the early films that I used to watch growing up because it was on reruns all day. I kind of want a tiny TARDIS on a fishing line somewhere in the corner of a room now. Just chilling there.
You know, that's completely possible.
Oh, that sounds like a lovely little knickknack to have.
Just hanging up there, you know. Never acknowledge it. Just have it hanging.
Give it till December, and I think you'll probably have that now.
December? You think I'm going to wait till December?
Well, I'm thinking Christmas, but you could hang it on the tree or something.
Hey.
We get our reiteration of the story arc for those who have just come in. The Doctor and Romana have 2 segments of this Key to Time and are heading off for the third.
Yes, they are. And there's a fun bit where the Doctor completely fails to put the key segments together. I mean, he only has 2 of them at this point. And Romana just takes them off and goes, "Look, I'm very good at puzzles. Yeah, so good at puzzles. It's 2 pieces."
You're clonking them together like monkey. Clonk, clonk.
Monkey.
Well, at the very least, the third segment is on his favorite planet of all time. It's on Earth. So Romana's, of course, just like, oh, great. He's going to never stop talking about it again. And now I'm going to have to go out there, and I'm going to have to wear something that Earthlings would wear. To which she puts on the most curious outfit I've ever seen anybody put on. She puts on 4-inch heels.
Yeah.
The most curious outfit you've seen anyone put on, and you've seen Colin Baker's costume.
And like she put a lot of effort into looking pretty and everything, and then the first thing he does, he doesn't even look at her, and she finally gets annoyed, turns, and he gives her one look, and he's like, "Oh, shoes."
Yeah. So she's basically dressed for the outdoors, apart from the shoes. Which are 4-inch heels, which are not suitable for walking in the mud.
They're not suitable for walking anywhere. Don't wear heels all the time like this. It will ruin your feet and your legs.
Well, not only that, but you'll probably roll your ankle if you're walking on anything but flat pavement.
Yeah.
True. This is also a running gag throughout Doctor Who where the Doctor's friends and companions will often change their outfit to match the surroundings, and the Doctor won't.
Yeah, didn't they make it a thing in the new series where they're just like, oh, it doesn't matter what you wear, just wear whatever.
Yeah, there's a great bit in the Victorian episode of The Unquiet Dead where Rose is like, oh, I made an effort to fit in, and look at you. So, this is a very nice jumper.
What's happening on Earth while we're talking about heels? Oh, blood sacrifice.
Yeah, and low-budget middle-class druids.
Okay, so I have developed a name for these particular druids because they're wearing something shiny and silver. These are the weather balloon druids. And just so everybody is reminded what a weather balloon looks like here.
Oh,
a
no.
lovely picture.
Oh. Yeah, looking at the episode, looking at that picture, you're not wrong.
Yep. Yeah. God.
I was trying to come up with something like Witchy involved the Ku Klux Klan or something. No, that's much better. Weather balloons.
Weather weather balloon druids.
Yep, we're the balloon druids.
These are the most middle-class druids I've ever seen, by the way.
Yes.
They're at a Stonehenge-looking location, and they're throwing blood on the stones, and the stones are glowing, which stones are usually not want to do in druidic rituals.
Or indeed, ever.
And... yeah. If
Wait, your
stones were
stones
glowing-
don't glow?
Yeah,
They're supposed to glow, aren't they?
If your stones aren't glowing, change the batteries.
Like out here in the desert where it's hot and everything, when the stones are glowing, it's time to go inside.
Oh my god.
That's what we call too dang hot.
Jeez.
Goes outside, a stone has half melted. Oh, I'll be fine.
There's a really series of great jokes here where the doctor mentions tennis as he's heading out, and Romana asks K9 who is in this episode and is Cat's favorite.
Yay! He's got the right voice.
Yeah, he's got the right voice this time. She asks K9 about tennis, and K9 is like, lawn or table, or there's a third option. And Romana just says, oh, forget it. And K9 is like, now deleting tennis from memory.
Yes.
That is one. He's like what would happen if CP30 and R2D2 had a talking baby dog.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I've
He
never,
is all sass.
I've never quite seen him like that, but now you've said that, yeah.
I see it. I can see it.
All of R2D2 sass with the condescending politeness of C3PO.
Yes.
Yeah, that is K9. That is absolutely
I knew we were
K9.
right to get on this show, Chris.
Fresh perspectives.
It's been
Gotta
10
love
minutes,
him.
you're already part of the furniture, well done.
Oh, where did these ropes come from? I can't get up.
I didn't mean it like that.
Nowhere.
I'm going to attempt to steer this in a direction that's not sinister. So,
If you look that way, Chris, you'll see our collection of shiny hammers. Ignore the fact that one of them is missing as I slowly come up behind you.
oh no.
Here's a fun visual gag. Tom Baker has taken an umbrella out expecting rain because it's England. And there's no rain, and he just throws the umbrella
Yeah.
away.
So stunned by that. It's just like, what on earth did they give him the prop for in the first place? Why? If
I
he's
don't
just
know.
gonna throw it away.
Filling time or a comedy bit, I'm not sure, but
Comedy bit, I'd say. Well,
It just, as another visual gag, this was my first impression of the Doctor right here.
mm.
Bob Ross in an Afghan bro.
Oh my god.
I'm telling you, it's not an Afghan, it's his scarf.
when you said you prepared for this, you weren't kidding, were you?
Holy mother of God.
Do you see where I get it from?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm starting to get it now.
We've
But
been friends for so long, we're basically the same person.
Oh my god. That's a Doctor Who mirror alert.
Oh no, do not introduce the Doctor Who mirror alerts.
I mean,
I'm only.
I'm Doctor Who.
Cat!
Doctor Who mirror alert.
I need to
Since you're
explain.
here.
I need to explain for the benefit of Chris is that for some reason Jerry keeps finding mirror images in these stories, and then we play that.
I read too much of a critic who pointed them out and was like, "Oh, that's really interesting imagery." And then I kept seeing it in the modern show, and I was like, "Oh, this keeps cropping up." And then it spiraled out of control until now we've got a goddamn soundboard with my echoing voice over Super Metroid music.
That's pretty fantastic. A+.
Thank you. I'm glad someone appreciates my artistry.
Aren't you also a fan of Metroid, Kris?
I've played Metroid Prime. I'm not sure if that counts as being a fan of Metroid or not.
Absolutely, counts.
that's a pretty good Metroid game. You can do a lot worse. Ah! Sorry.
Did somebody stab him?
No, I think he beat his microphone again.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm
Metroid
getting
fans-
really weird flashbacks about babies, and it's making me twitch, and I don't know why.
Oh.
I mean, there's worse you could do, yes.
I don't think we're authorized to talk about that, so let's go back to
Oh!
Yeah.
So there's tracks on the ground made by something that's about 3 tons.
Yeah, the Doctor and Romana
It's-
arrive at the not Stonehenge place.
And they've got this thing. It's a tracer. It's basically a Geiger counter for the mystical magical segment of the key to time.
It's
See,
a
And
magic
like,
wand.
yeah, magic wand. Just straight up
It's a magic
sparkly
wand, yes.
unicorn Harry Potter wand.
It's a magic wand crossed with a Geiger counter.
Yeah, a nice little wand created by everyone's favorite author Hatsune Miku.
Go, yes! Uh,
Well, we get a little chat about the history of stone circles from the Doctor, and then oh hey, an old lady.
Oh, this character's fun.
oh,
I love her. I love her so
So-
much.
Professor
good.
Amelia Rumford.
Excuse you, her name is Granny Bacon.
Granny Bacon.
I'm not even going to ask.
That is such an old joke.
Oh my
It's
god.
really, really old.
This is like the first years of YouTube old, I think.
I see.
Probably like just as YouTube's first years were hitting its gold peak. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I forget exactly when, but it's right around there.
But yes, Granny Bacon and her quote unquote friend, quote unquote, very attractive woman by the name of Vivian Fay. And
Oh,
Who's totally not sus at all.
No.
Wah.
it's that's
Yeah.
actually not too bad.
I love how he actually preempted your soundboard for once.
I mean, you didn't hit the button, so I was just like,
I'm going to have to keep that in both
I only
in
did
the
it because
editing.
he did it.
I'm going to keep them both in for the editing because that was too funny.
So there's some stuff that goes on here. The one is the fact that there are actually more stones in the stone circle than there should be. And also, Miss Vivian Fay, in her pink pantsuit, is just talking about blood sacrifices and ancient druids. So the Doctor decides, oh hey, let's go see this guy that they're talking about.
Yeah, and he just walks off and leaves his partner there, and it's just like, where are you going, sir? And he's like, watch those two, they're suspicious. And I was like, oh, okay, fine. Also, I want to point out that there was some foot fetish cheesecake in there with those damn high heels. That, like, they put the camera on the ground to watch her stepping into that hole that the Doctor and her discovered by the quote-unquote huge whatever it was, claiming that, like, oh, it looks like an animal footprint. Like, it would have to be an elephant at least to make some sort of impression that big. It's ridiculous.
I'm
Oh,
just
God.
enjoying the phrase foot fetish cheesecake.
I actually have something for that.
Oh,
Oh no. Is it the Monty
is it a
Python
cheesecake
foot?
in the shape of a foot?
Oh my god.
What?
There was a period of time where everything was made out of cake and nobody knew what was real, so that could exist.
Well, why he's finding
There's
that-
actually
Oh god. Please tell me that's not an actual subtitle from the show.
That is an
I'm
actual
pretty sure that
subtitle
is.
from the show.
like, I'm glad she was wearing the pump, because if she had not been, it would have been obvious Quentin Tarantino had phoned in a favor to somebody. Just that whole shot, it was just
A young Quentin
So intentional.
Tarantino is flicking through the channels and happens upon PBS, and from there, an empire is born.
Oh my god. So, yeah, the entire reason that the Doctor and Romana split up is because of those goddamn heels. He's like, you can't walk around in those heels, Romana. So you just stay here and help them out and see what's going on.
Yeah, he also says he's going to stop by to see Leonard DeVries, and on his way back to retrieve her, he'll bring her some boots or something.
Yeah.
Leonard Fabrice.
Fabrice.
Leonard Fabrice! Well, Fabrice knows that the Doctor's coming because he's also a druid and he's got
Yes.
a crow.
I'm sorry, I can't believe this guy is a druid. He's balding. He has a pencil mustache. He looks like a third grade history teacher. I'm sorry.
He
Looks
kind
like
of does.
Dr. Phil.
Somebody just picked him.
He does like Dr. Phil.
Oh my gosh! Like we were looking at this, and it was the whole ritual scene was just like something scooped out of Hot Fuzz.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
Good choice. Yeah.
Excellent movie. But yes.
The greater good.
The greater good.
Stop saying that.
The greater good.
Juan.
That's such a good film. That, but
I never thought I'd say this, but we have so many cults on Doctor Who. I'm kind of thinking I should put that on my soundboard now.
Doctor Who cult alert. Oh.
I wouldn't do that just because the word cult sounds suspiciously like something else. But
I see. Well, here's a different alert because, hey, Rain, what do we see DeVries in?
Oh,
when he's
for
going to meet the Doctor.
God's sake, it's been 20 minutes. Another Doctor Who mirror alert.
Doctor Who mirror alert. Doctor Who mirror alert.
Feel my pain,
Don't worry.
Kris. Feel it.
I'm pretty sure that's the only one I got for this one. But we got two, so that's pretty good. That's ting for me. I mean, there have been bigger episodes where I've done this like 5
You
goddamn
got 2?
times
Okay,
because
Arnold
it's everywhere.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Remember when I said I'd have 0 mirror alerts, Rain? I lied.
Yeah, I know.
Hang on, I've got something for that.
Oh no.
Need a mirror alert count.
You lying? Why you always lying?
Oh my god.
Oh.
So DeVries meets with the Doctor and they talk about missing paintings on the wall of previous owners of this mansion.
Yeah.
But he's
Yeah.
like standing there looking up at them, describing them in detail and their history, and they're all women. I also want to point out that Vivian Faye was ultra feminist.
Yeah.
She's like, ugh, men running off and leaving you by yourself.
I think that's Professor Rumford more than Vivian Faye is the feminist, but maybe they're both
No,
feminists.
it's
They're
more
both-
Vivian. Vivian's more the cynical, I hate everything type of person.
I mean, she does have a reason for that, as we
is
find out
more
later.
just. Amelia is more practical. She just she's the kind of feminist where she's like, "Oh, men can do it, but you know what? We'll do it better. Let's go."
So,
The
Yeah.
patriarchy.
oh god. So DeVries and the Doctor have a conversation, and DeVries seems to be like receptive to what the Doctor's saying. He talks about Dr. Borlase, who was mentioned earlier by Amelia, and how he died when one of the stones fell on top of him.
Oops.
Which begs the question how they got
whoops.
it back into position, but that's actually answered a bit later on.
Very carefully.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, the Doctor's having a nice drink
Leverage.
with DeVries talking about stuff. Then, oh hey, a druidic bird person.
Oh god.
Yay.
This.
I'm sorry. That was Mothman. And you cannot convince me
That
otherwise.
was Mothman, yes.
It was Plague Knight from Shovel Knight.
Mothman, there's no need to feel down. I said, Mothman, pick that man off the ground.
This is the second
we
time
talking-
Mothman's been referenced in these podcasts. I'm impressed.
Are we talking like the cryptid Mothman or this Shin Megami Tensei Mothman?
Yes.
Both.
Both.
But, like, did he see Mothman before or after he got clocked in the head by, what did he hit him with? A shoe?
I don't know what
God,
it was,
a
but
shoe. Even more foot fetish bullshit.
It wasn't a shoe, no,
There was
but,
something here.
I didn't see what it was. But it's before because the bird person distracts the Doctor.
Yes.
As you've been quite distracted if somebody in a ridiculous bird costume suddenly turned up when you were having sherry with someone. But
Yeah.
I mean,
And it's like before this, DeVries or Febreze, whatever you want to call him, and his maid were actually talking about Kalima. So
the Kaliak, but close. The Kaliak.
is the Kaliak an actual like druidic Celtic god, or did they make it up for you? I'm not sure.
I think.
No, this is an actual mythological being. She's
Yeah, I see.
responsible for creating mountains and doing some weathery stuff, specifically winter. And Kalia actually means old woman, basically.
Oh, that's
Chris,
that-
maybe say
that-
that. I'm
That
impressed.
does play into the story, and also, being a goddess of weather makes sense that the cultists are dressed as weather balloons.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
You see, it comes full circle. It all comes full
man.
circle.
We planned it from the very beginning. So Romana, meanwhile, is still hanging out at the stone circle, and all of a sudden she hears something. What is that? Is that? Oh my god! Oh my god! It's famed singer-songwriter Kate Bush. Wait.
Pip has a
What?
lot to answer for.
No, wait, shit. No, this is just another Pip Madeley shitpost.
Yes.
But it's brilliant because Kate Bush is brilliant.
The world is better for Pip Madeley shitpost. I'm just putting that out there now.
So we'll
we'll show you later, Chris.
Okay.
I put it in the Discord, but you'll understand. It's
No. What really happens is she suddenly starts hearing the doctor call out for her, which is strange considering the doctor has currently been knocked unconscious with a shoe. And she goes off looking for him, past the sign that says "Danger, sheer cliff face. This is unsafe."
And by this time, she's also tossed her high heels because she's just like, "Fuck this."
yes.
Yeah, she's just
true.
walking around barefoot.
And something or someone pushes her off the cliff. Oh no, that's our cliffhanger.
Basically, all the
Yeah.
cliffhangers of these episodes are something happens to Romana.
Oh my god! I just realized this is a literal cliffhanger
Yeah.
again.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Well, we don't know yet that she's hanging off the cliff.
I know, but once we
Suspense.
get to his part 2, we know.
So this and
No,
Dragonfire are literal
bastards.
cliffhangers. God damn it.
It's not
I
quite.
did skim through the wiki on this, and one of the things that was mentioned is that you were actually supposed to get a scene of the doctor shoving Ramona off of the cliff. But Mr. Baker actually protested this because he thought it would upset the children. So they made sure that he was not in the shot.
That's clever, because you do see her reacting to someone. She's scared by someone or something, and then she just falls backwards.
Interesting.
Yep.
Very interesting.
So, what's interesting for classic Doctor Who here is when we begin part 2, we don't get, like, a reprise of the last 2 minutes of the story where Romana wanders off the cliff. They don't pad out for time like that. They just cut to Romana's hanging off of a cliff and shouting for help.
Because in fairness, what else could have happened?
I mean,
Yeah.
they could have... I mean, yeah, but they could have shown... They didn't show the 2 minutes of the last episode,
True.
which they
Yeah.
usually do in Doctor Who. Classic Doctor Who.
Circle back, Bacon. Watching Mr. Baker's face when she started talking, this gorgeous, wonderful, spry old lady, his expression just like went all over the place. Like he was like absolutely dumbfounded because I think she just started rambling off script, and he had no idea what to do. and nobody stopped her, so he just rolled with it
I
eventually.
mean, that's funny because usually he's the one rambling off script.
Yeah. I still need to show you him cursing at K9.
Oh god,
Oh
yes.
my god. Oh man. Well, instead of cursing at K9, he's currently tied to a rock awaiting sacrifice by the weather balloon druids.
Yeah, he's on a stone slab where the weather balloon druids were skirting around, and they're getting ready to sacrifice the doctor. But one of them protests, and
Mr. DeVries, can we maybe not murder a man in cold blood?
Yeah, she
And
objects
then,
to
like, this
human.
dude who has, like, a skull for a head comes over and says, "Return the slab."
Oh god.
It's really weird.
I love how someone made a Kelly Marr joke and now this is a literal sacrifice that's taking place.
Listen, this is a lot more upbeat than the Temple of Doom.
I mean, the Temple of Doom gets a lot of criticism, some of it fair, but that sacrifice scene is one of the most terrifying things I've ever witnessed.
Yeah.
Temple of
Yeah.
Doom is a fucked up movie in a lot of ways. And I don't just mean people getting their hearts ripped out.
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of screaming from the female lead, I'm gonna say, and that really wasn't fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so never tell her about Mel. Got it.
Yeah!
Mel was capable of two things: screaming and then more screaming.
Yeah.
So
Screaming
the
harder.
druid that's objecting is I think her name is Martha.
I think
Yes.
is it the maid or is
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
someone
it's the
different?
maid.
Yeah.
It's DeVries' maid.
DeVries'
Well,
maid.
what
and-
saves the doctor is that the professor is out on a bike ride and they all see a bike coming and they're like, "Oh fuck, scatter!"
Yeah, that somehow saves the doctor from being sacrificed. Just go with it.
Well,
Get on a bike.
They,
Well, they scatter and the professor lets the doctor free and she's like, "Well, hey, wait, where's Romana? I thought she was with you." Oh, I found her heels. Uh-oh, that's bad. Damn.
There's only one possible way she could have gone toward the suspiciously dangerous cliffs.
just back up a
if
second.
only
Why
we had
are
some sort of
Romana's
a
shoes
dog.
at the altar site?
If only we had some sort of dog to track her. Of course!
Why
They
why
have
are
a literal
Romana's shoes?
K9.
Why are Romana's shoes at the altar when she never went anywhere near the altar? Did no one else catch that?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's like,
yeah.
oh, well, hello, I see a bunch of people over here. I guess I'll go investigate, because maybe she went that way.
Did
I
DeVries'
don't know.
maid just go and grab the shoes off the cliff top and not see her hanging there?
Who knows?
Didn't she leave her shoes at the altar area?
I thought she left the shoes there,
I
yeah.
thought she left them where they were digging.
Yeah, I thought
so.
They probably went over there and found them after the fact.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're here now.
Probably.
Just accept it.
We're abridging slightly for our discussion.
Sanity.
Oh, we should probably also mention that while Romana's hanging off the cliff, even more foot fetish cheesecake because we focus on her foot as it tries to cling to the
Yeah.
cliff.
Yep.
It's a little obvious.
I think the director had a problem.
Seriously.
Kids, I just want to put things in perspective for this episode of Doctor Who Reviews. We have had more Doctor Who foot fetish alerts than Doctor Who mirror alerts.
It's about even
I'm
at the
not
moment.
putting that in my soundboard. I'm not putting that in my soundboard.
Thank you.
I would
for
not
that.
ask you to.
The world thanks you.
Now that you both have said that, I'm going to put it on.
Oh god damn it. Reverse psychology to get.
Can we just get Quentin Tarantino's voice just saying foot?
I'm sure that exists someplace.
That's the only one I will accept. That's fair enough because that could be used for a variety of
If I,
different
if I
things.
had the clip, I'd get the clip of the virtual YouTuber Gaugura going feet, 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 feet.
That's a clip.
That's a clip. Yeah.
What we really need is the clip of that Twitch streamer who is like, oh, you want to come in here and buy my feet pics? And then she goes to a close-up of her, and it's like, you can fuck right off. I'll define that.
So the Doctor and K9 eventually find Romana, But Romana's upset at seeing the doctor again because she thinks the doctor pushed her off the cliff.
She's
And
like, Canine, get away, get away! He's evil, bad,
Yeah,
blah, blah,
Canine,
blah.
keep him away from me and things like that. So
It confirms that it's the doctor and it's not like an imposter or something, and Romana insists, no, it was you. It wasn't like a projection. It was solidly you. But, oh, hey, wait. What if it was the power of the third segment of the Key to Time that made the illusion?
yeah,
Yes, and circling
dun,
back
dun.
to more about the Collier, or Kalia, whatever.
Calimar,
Kalima.
yeah, calamari.
Yes, that.
Oh man, we have the Battle of Crab Rangoon and now calamari. We're very, very close to having a full meal here.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
And now I'm
But,
hungry again.
One of the things that Fabrice mentioned was that his goddess, which he said was a goddess of war, etc., could also shapeshift into whatever she wanted
Ooh.
Yeah.
and be whatever form she wanted.
So I guess
So-
that's what
Woo.
happened. So this calamari goddess transformed into the Doctor and then shoved Romana off the cliff.
Yes.
There's a
She's
great
squid,
joke.
She's a goddess. She's a squid. She's a
Oh
goddess.
no!
There's a great bit where the doctor asks Canine something, and Canine is just calculating for a very long time because he doesn't know.
Ramona
I love
gets so
K9.
pissed off. She's like, if you don't know, just say so.
Yeah,
So they go back to the stone circle and they pull out their little magic wand, and it's definitely in the circle, but they
yeah. Something
don't
is
know
reacting
where.
at the altar site.
But it's not. It's there, but it's not there. So that's a weird mystery. Anyway, the doctor's going to go see the guy who not 12
Oh, this
hours
is
ago
funny.
was trying
This
to cut
is
his
really
heart out.
funny. Also, Romana has now changed outfits again after her brush with death.
Yes.
Yeah,
this-
she's wearing decent shoes now.
Yeah, this rather nice red dress.
Yes.
It suits
Although
her.
why she changed from pants into a dress, I will never know.
Yeah, that seems so impractical. It's like she has to have one impractical piece of clothing on her at all times. And it
Well,
started out
if
with
she
heels.
doesn't wear a dress or heels, Chris, they won't realize she's a woman.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus. So, doctor's going off to see DeVries. How's things going for him? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is a turn of events.
I do
Now,
love.
here.
circling back again, off screen we see Fabrice and the maid panicking because the ritual where they were supposed to sacrifice the doctor, of course, was interrupted by Granny Bacon. So we have him panicking, and all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, it's coming! It's too late! Blah blah blah! We can't
Run,
appease
Martha,
them."
run!
Oh no, I can't possibly leave you. It's really, really like you see something weirdly glowing outside, I guess, or a shape or something, and then breaking glass and screams, and the doctor just happens to be close enough to hear the screams. I think
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it's a wild scene. This, you're right.
it. What he comes upon is the corpses of the two of them side by side in an absolute just disaster. Everything's turned over, shelves are knocked over, the doors kicked in, glass everywhere, and he comments on their heads being smashed.
Yeah, they've been smashed to
Ew.
death. They've been smashed to pieces.
Which they
Now-
don't show because it's a children's tea time show. But, you know.
Yeah.
You just sort of see DeVries' dead body, but no detail.
Yeah, their heads are out of shot.
Here's the part that gets me though. So the front door has been smashed in. And then a door to like a study or whatever it is also smashed in. So the doctor goes through and he sees a door to the outside, which is partially open.
And then
Yeah,
How did it fucking open the door when it smashed through two other doors?
No.
because then we wouldn't be able to see it smash through the door this time.
Yeah.
I know, but still, it's so weak.
it is stupid.
I know.
I do love the little before.
I hate this door. I hate this door. Ooh, this one's nice. It's got glass and everything.
Actually, never mind, I hate it.
But before they get killed, DeVries and Martha, the bit where the doctor's like, "What are you gonna do now?" I'm gonna go back to the guy that tried to sacrifice me. You're gonna what?
So,
Yeah.
he's in this ruined house, he's checking out these places, and then all of a sudden... Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It smashes through the wall.
This happens.
This happens.
Yes! I am in awe of how prepared you are for this.
Listeners, no word of a lie. A giant rock smashes through the door and accosts the Doctor and Kate.
I love him.
It's not just a
Yeah,
boulder, it's a rock.
Yeah.
It's just just scooting along like but like the logistics of this thing moving is ridiculous because it's just sliding, and like if it met so much as like a half inch of resistance anywhere, it would have to stop because it's just scooting. It's not moving like this beautiful piece of artwork here, brought to you by Super Mario 64. It's literally just sliding all over the place. So that, like, the way these things move, if you're familiar with them, is they crash on their faces to try and squish you. That's the only logical explanation I could come up with for how it crushed their skulls.
Yeah. Well,
just
it said that
slammed itself.
Dr. Paul Ace had a stone fall on top of him, so it was one of these stones.
The original conception, I think, was that they were supposed to be like rock men, but they got changed into just sliding rocks.
They ran out of budget. They spent all their money on fancy cameras.
They were going to be rock men, and then Capcom travelled back from 1987 and delivered a lawsuit. So,
Oh my
It's
god.
like, unlike the Daleks, you could legitimately defeat these things with stairs.
yeah,
But that doesn't even stop them, because what does he do? He runs into the cellar, I think.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
and there's one down there.
I mean, it wouldn't
Maybe
stop
it
them
just
because they would
tumbled
just
to the
collapse the stairs. They would just crush the stairs to death.
I want somebody to like get the most noisy thing crashing down some stairs and play it over the clip of the Doctor just wandering through the basement like, oh,
I can get a clip of Justin Trudeau falling down the stairs on purpose.
Wait, what?
He apparently he used to do that as a party trick. Was he would just throw himself down the stairs?
Did it stop when he broke his
That's-
leg?
We probably shouldn't talk about what Justin Trudeau did at parties.
Yeah,
True.
that's a good point. So,
True.
K9
Look,
fends
I
the
have
rock off.
nothing to make fun of for Canada now. The dude who did coke is no longer there.
Oh,
well,
Rob Ford, yeah.
Rob Ford?
I can make fun of Rob Ford. That's fun. I can make fun of Tim Hortons and stuff. That's old. It's been done. I need something fresh. I need something new. I need something
just
like Lord
remembering the
Buckethead.
clip of Rob Ford just busting out of a room and knocking people over.
can Lord Buckethead please come and run for a county seat here?
Run
I
for
would vote
president.
for
I don't
you.
care.
I
care
know
if
he
he's
was
British.
featured on I know he's featured on John Oliver. I'm still quite impressed you know about Lord Buckethead.
Who do you think told her?
I should have guessed
I'm
as
sorry,
much.
I am in love with him, and I want several.
I don't know what's
I mean,
happening.
there were two.
Right now.
There were two competing Lord Bucketheads in one election. because the original Buckethead had to change it into Count Binface.
Yes, the big face. There was also a guy who was like Lord Fishfingers or something like that.
There was a guy in an Elmo costume. It was wild.
I love it.
It gets
I love
better.
it.
They were standing against the Prime Minister.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I have to. I have to. I am so sorry.
Oh, here it comes.
All right, I'll stop now.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm sorry, but there's just so much to make fun of England for, and there's nothing to make fun of Canada for. I can make fun of America. I can make fun of Canada or England. Canada, fuck if I know.
So K9 fends off the rock with its
You're
laser.
too polite.
K9 fends off the rock with its laser, and we get a clue about it because when they find the dead bodies, they find a trail of silicon
Yeah.
that the attacker has left
Wait.
behind.
Doesn't K9 go out to defeat it, and then they escape?
He battles it off with his laser, yeah, and the rock just leaves.
I think K9 went after it, though, didn't he?
I think he did, yeah, but the rock just leaves at this point.
So
Yep.
with Romana and the professor and Vivian Faye, we get a little bit of clue digging.
Oh
Where
god,
Romana
3 minutes of
surmises-
exposition.
Yeah. So, short version, and if I miss anything important, basically, the owners of the land that the stone circle is on have all been women for hundreds of years. But wait, De Vries owns it, and he's a man. Well, maybe he's not the one in charge. Maybe he's not the real owner.
We also get a lot of mention of the word Gorseds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like, down in the basement while they're doing their digging and all that other stuff. Was that later? Was,
The basement's a little.
The
later.
basement's a little later on,
Okay.
but Vivian Faye
Yeah.
is very knowledgeable of this word Gorseds. She says, oh yeah, it's a place for augurs. Who are augurs? Well, augurs tell the future, so she's got some knowledge about this. That's not suspicious in the slightest.
What, Vivian? Suspicious? No.
Nah.
Ah.
And then,
Couldn't be.
after all the exposition is done, Romana and Amelia decide to go to the hall, which is De Vries' house, to look for clues. And Vivian says, oh, I'll just stay behind. And Amelia's got a police truncheon.
I love her. I love her so much. She just pulls
Honestly,
out a
she's-
truncheon.
she's, I think it was mentioned by Vivian that she got arrested for having it once.
Yeah,
In America?
She went to America and she took it with herself to defend herself. So did someone get arrested? No, she got arrested for using it.
She got arrested for possessing an illegal weapon.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
This is a good joke. Anyway, they show up, the mansion's fucked up, and oh no, K9's all fucked up too.
Yeah,
No, you bastards.
he's been
Yeah,
damaged
that
by
was
that
sad.
rock. His circuits,
It's
are
He's
all,
K9.
dying
gets
and he's
fucked-
full of shredded paper.
his circuits are all
It's
burnt
K9,
out.
he gets fucked up every other story.
He does, yeah.
I know, and I hate it.
And Kennan's
and
like,
hate
I don't
you.
think I can be repaired this time. He totally can, but
It's
Knowing when
tragic,
his actual end
overdramatic.
is, yeah.
Hey, oh no,
Try-
K9 can't be repaired, and even the sonic screwdriver won't get me out of this one.
Sonic
Oh
Screwdriver.
no.
We
Whatever
also
shall
get
we
a very
do?
important little clue about the rock monster, which is that they live on blood.
Yeah, globulin is mentioned, which is a protein found in blood plasma.
Yeah. Fun.
So yeah, there you go. There's stones and blood,
And they were
oh, hey,
getting blood sacrificed to them.
Yeah.
here's a bird cultist throwing blood on the stones and making them glow.
Oh god, this bird cultist.
Well, seems
Mothman.
kind of like a bird
I
cultist.
thought at first that
Mothman.
it was De Vries. It was De Vries' maid. I'm ignoring that. It was De Vries' maid. It clearly isn't because the maid is now dead. So somebody else is inside this bird costume. We don't have too long to find out who that is. But firstly, there's
It's a little obvious who it is.
there's a
It's like
funny bit
there's
where-
only so many characters.
yeah, true. Romana suggests a way to save K9, and Tom Baker exclaims in too loudly that it's brilliant.
Excellent.
She's going to hook him up to the molecular stabilizer of the TARDIS
Yes.
and give him a full circuit regeneration.
Which that technobattle's acceptable.
Which,
go
In
with
layman's
it.
terms, means we can't use him for 5 minutes of the episode.
Yeah, I mean they do.
The dude who does his voice didn't show up that day, apparently.
That's either a very funny joke or a genuine piece of trivia. Either way, that's amazing.
The doctor
It's also
realizes
possibly
that-
true.
Yeah, I was going to
The
say,
doctor
you
does
can't tell.
realise
That's the
that,
best
yeah.
thing.
The doctor does realize an important clue, though. Oh, those missing paintings. That's it. That's the key to this mystery.
Yeah. And now it's time
And
to
he
find out
eventually-
who this mysterious bird person is. So the Doctor finds a priest hole from the 1500s inside the hall.
That leads down into a basement, a cellar, if you will.
Yeah, so Ramona's gone off with K9 at this point to repair him. So it's him and Amelia. They go inside. Bit of foreshadowing as Romana exits the TARDIS after she's attempted to repair K9. She's seen by crows. And there was a bit
There's a
in
lot of
part
crow.
1 where crows were described as the eyes of the goddess Keliak.
Calm, motherfuckers.
Yeah. There's a lot of crow imagery in these first two parts.
Them be stool pigeons, excuse you?
Uh,
I mean, the crow imagery
Yes.
makes sense given that it's paganism.
A murder committing a murder.
Oh no.
ah.
I think
So-
you've just described the plot of the next Danganronpa game.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
Monocro,
It's
cool, cool.
It's Danganronpa plus Hateful Boyfriend. A
Oh,
murder of
no.
murders.
My dream. Wait, isn't that just the bad boys route?
Oh, no! No! I played myself!
Oh my god, you did. You totally did. So let's uncover the mystery here. So they find the paintings of the women that own the house, and lo and behold, it's all the same person.
Corporate needs
Different
to
eras.
Corporate needs you to tell the difference between this portrait and this portrait. They're the same portrait.
Well, they literally are the same portrait because they're all of one person.
Yeah.
They're all of
And
Vivian
the
Faye.
person looks like Vivian Faye! What a twist.
Yeah.
And our cliffhanger is Romana is wandering around and finds that the stone circle's glowing. And she shows up, and then all of a sudden, hey, there's Vivian Faye. She's like, oh, hey, Romana, what are you doing here? Oh, come with me. Okay, Vivian, why? Hey, Vivian, you're hurting me. What the fuck are you doing? And before Romana can do anything, Vivian throws her in the middle of the circle, grabs the staff, and shoots her with it, and Romana beams out. Beams
eaten
up to
by
the
a tornado.
Enterprise.
If this wasn't Romana, I'd say she was being removed from existence.
Yeah,
But she isn't.
departicleized right there before our eyes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Very, very fabulous graphics. Might I just comment on the visual effects for the glowing rocks?
Oh, please do.
Oh, boy.
It's pixelated as shit. I don't know how they did it because it was just awful. It's like they took a picture of a rock and they removed all the highlights and put a different color behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, ugh.
Welcome to
Just tinting the
BBC
picture.
70s effects.
That's
Ugh.
yeah. 70s Doctor Who did that a lot. Well, 80s Doctor Who probably did that a lot.
And I was thinking, because I hadn't seen this one before we watched it, was this like a Scar-Roth or Clara type situation where there were like multiple versions of her scattered throughout different times? Or is she just one person who lives a very long time? And
Wait,
the answer
holy
is the second
shit.
one. It's the second one.
You mentioned City of Death. The Doctor goes down to a basement and there's a bunch of paintings
Yeah.
of the same lady.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I see
And this
they reuse themes here.
Damn.
Yeah, and City of Death was only, what, 2 more years after this?
One.
1 more year after this.
Yeah. And I
really
believe
like-
I believe David Fisher had the original pitch for City of Death too, so.
Well, you know, they only had so much time in Paris and they had to get the glamour shots.
Yeah.
I mean, City of Death is a great story, though, so I can forgive it for ripping this off
If
slightly.
you want to introduce that one to Chris Cat, you should, because City of Death is,
That is a great
co-written
story,
by
yeah.
Douglas
oh, are you kidding?
Adams.
We're immediately going to be watching Creature from the Pit after this.
Oh, God.
Also good. Also good.
It's not
Oh,
quite City of Death, though, is it, Jerry? Be honest.
I mean, it's not, but come on. If we're going to judge all of Doctor Who against City of Death, that's just unfair.
That is unfair. So, part
Yeah.
3 begins, and as I say, the answer is that she's a very long-living being because she's over 4,000 years old.
Which is about where the stones were, when the stones were all put there. The
Ah.
9 Wanderers, as they are
Yeah,
called.
2000
The
BC.
Travelers.
The 9 Travelers.
Speaking of travelers, oh shit, one's traveled right down here with us.
Oh, I love this bit of dialogue where Amelia is finding it very difficult to think of the possibility of this living rock. She's like, a silicon-based life form is impossible. Maybe he doesn't realise that.
Let's catch it for science.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she wants to capture it for science.
But the doctor, he has a better idea. Oh, this is
The best scene of the entire thing.
Bless. I don't know about best scene in the entire thing, but it's up there.
I mean, true, because the trial scenes exist as well, but
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
We're getting to that.
It's pretty good.
Go ahead, someone. Go into this.
Anybody want to volunteer?
Anybody?
Here I am trying to give someone the funny bit instead of just blathering out the exposition, and you all clam up.
Fine.
I'm
Frezno.
sorry. I'm trying to remember what exactly happened because I've slept since then. And
Me
I
too.
didn't
In
write
that
this
case,
down.
Jerry,
So-
why don't you remind her? Because it's amazing.
All right. So the doctor and the professor are caught between a rock and a cliff face.
Oh,
Oh,
boo.
yeah.
Boo. No, boo. Boo.
God damn.
You know what? You get a sarcastic laugh.
That'll do. So either way, it's a predicament. But what does the doctor do? He literally plays Matador with the rock.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay, that's where
I was
that
waiting for this. Torta.
And he tricks this living rock off the cliff.
Yeah. It just.
It's because no lie. While we were watching this, it comes to the scene where he's at the cliff, and I'm like, "Come on, Doctor, Torta, get it off the cliff!" And he starts
my
doing
God.
it.
He takes off
Oh
his
my God.
jacket. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh.
You lost it, I bet.
It is amazing.
Yes.
We did.
Oh,
We really did. That was
It's
great,
so good.
actually.
So having dealt
Uh.
with the giant glowing rock, because it just sinks into the sea without trace now.
they head back to the stone. They head back to the stone circle, and there's Vivian Faye, and she's like, "Ha ha! See you later, shitlords." Boo.
She says that it is totally that, but she says she's got Romana safe somewhere, basically as a bargaining chip.
Yeah.
Like if you don't interfere, she won't get hurt. So she wasn't removed from existence. She's somewhere.
Ooh.
And I'm going to talk a bit about Vivian Faye's name now,
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
because it's a very cleverly named character. This so her many different guises. One of them is Lady Morgana Montcalm,
Yes.
and she's Vivian Faye, and this is a reference to King Arthur, believe it or not.
Yes,
God.
Morgan Le Fay.
Yeah, Morgan Le Fay, his
Yes.
nemesis,
Wasn't
Okay.
she also his half sister?
his half sister. You really have done your homework.
No, I just really love Arthurian mythology. Don't judge me.
I'm not going to.
Hey,
I'm just.
Hey, Kat. The
Yes.
classic Doctor Who for the docket. Battlefield with Sylvester McCoy.
Oh my God. Yes.
Deals with Arthurian mythology.
I should also show her. What is it? Remembrance of the Daleks?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good one.
Yeah.
The one where Ace has her hypersonic baseball bat.
Yes.
Let's be
yes,
honest. There are
yes,
so
yes.
many you could show Chris.
Yeah.
There are a lot I could show Chris. One of them is, but that's not happening.
No, let's not do that.
No. She doesn't even know what
We
you're
can do
talking
some good in the
about.
world
Oh, I
and
know.
have it where one person is never subjected to that ever.
You have no idea what we're talking about. We'll tell you. We'll probably tell you one day.
Was it the thing that she told me not to ask you about?
No.
Probably.
No, it wasn't. No. No, shut up, Chris. Anyways, the doctor.
I think the cat's out the back.
I'm immediately sussed right now.
No, don't. Do not. Just don't.
Okay, so we cut to Amelia, who is getting very distressed when the Doctor is just rattling off words she has no idea what they are.
Talking about the rocks is Ogre from planet Ogros.
Yes, and how the Doctor doesn't like Planet Olgros because it's like essentially just a desert.
But he said it was swampy and that all of the inhabitants were actually a bunch of tiny little microbes.
Yeah,
that
I think
covered
you're
the
right.
surface of things.
I think you're right.
Yep. It's filled with amino acids and proteins.
Delicious.
Then we get a really fun bit where the Doctor, Heath Robinson's a contraption to analyse these crystals that he wants Amelia to find. Because he's like, if we can get the right crystal that she used, we can get into the place where Romana is being held captive, and we can go and rescue her.
And the Dr. Robinsons it just in the same way that the production team Robinsons the prop.
Heath Robinson, yes.
Yes.
I like the fact you
Either
showed
way,
it to Robinson.
This is a lash up of a bunch of bullshit.
It's not as good as that spinning contraption from the
Time
Time
Monster.
Monster. Yeah.
Yes.
It looks like a penis.
Yeah, Kris is going to start to think that everything in Doctor Who looks like a cock now.
Look, considering what we later saw, that also looks like a penis. Trust me, she already thinks
Yeah.
Is she wrong to think that?
that. No.
Be
Not
honest
really.
with yourself, Jerry. Is she wrong to think that?
Next time on Doctor Who reviews The Curse of Paladon.
Oh my god.
Next
got
time on
that.
Doctor Who reviews, Freud. Just Freud all over the place. So much
But enough-
Freud.
But enough
Top
about Bill and
10
Ted's Excellent
Freudian
Adventure.
compilation.
No!
But enough about Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Really?
It's got a time traveling phone booth. It's got Freud. What do you want?
Really?
Isn't the phone booth also blue?
No.
In an attempt to move
white.
this on, and I'll fail miserably, but in an attempt to move this on, so K9 is back on the scene. He's been successfully repaired by Romana,
Yay!
and he immediately starts bickering with the Doctor like they're an old married couple, which is great.
Oh, come on, you missed something. Something that two of the Ogre do.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, that's a little bit later.
Are you talking about
No,
the
that's before
the
this.
sacrifices?
The sacrifices.
That's a bit later on.
Oh no, I thought it was before this.
I don't believe
No,
so.
it's
no.
after K9. Well, that's later. But just trust me,
Yeah,
they
it's a
left
little bit
very
later.
inopportune.
We will talk about that scene because it is incredible, but
Yes.
There's a great little line where the professor's like, I'm almost afraid to ask, but are you from outer space? I'm not from outer space. I'm from inner time.
She just has this look on her face, like she's absolutely dumbfounded, and I thought that was actually quite brilliant.
yeah.
Because, like,
So-
again, the dynamic between Mr. Baker and this sweet old lady, it seems like he tries to bum rush her sometimes because she goes off on a tangent. And I'm sure that that's completely off script, but I'm so glad they kept it in.
Amelia picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
Honestly, I can say the name of the actress is Beatrix Lehman or Lehman. I apologize if I get that wrong. She was actually extremely popular on set. She even bought John Leeson a camera.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
that's so
And
wholesome.
you want to know the best part? You want to know the best part about her and why I stan her so hard?
Oh, please.
Yes.
The only reason she guest starred is because she wanted to see how K9 worked.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we have to
She's a
stand.
K9 fan.
We have to stand.
Oh, your fave.
My fave. My fave.
That's so sweet.
The Doctor has done some technobabble and some analysis and has created basically a hyperspace portal gun to beam him to the same place that Romana and Vivian Faye are.
It's it looks like something they threw together out of the recycle bin. I'm just gonna say it.
I hate to tell you this, that's probably true.
It's probably very true, but they could have at least
just
spray
looks like a
painted it.
tripod
These
to
Doctor
me.
Who prop, honestly, half of them look like that.
There was one time during the Third Doctor where the prop that they used was literally a cork, a wine bottle, a couple of forks, and a miscellaneous other crap that they threw together. And somehow that managed to stop time travel.
Yeah.
Oh my
This is-
god.
This really happened.
Budget.
Yeah, but
Budget.
it's kind of great because of the low budget.
Yeah.
This thing just looks like a kind of a tripod, a half-assed tripod.
Yeah.
So,
I was kind of expecting the three outer dishes to start spinning or something.
No, they haven't got the budget for that.
That would cost money.
They
All the
cannot
money
get
went
ball
to the little
bearings.
model of the terrorist on a fishing wire, so
Oh my
they had to make
god.
do.
So
Speaking of things on fishing wire,
We're getting to that.
we are, but the Gizmo fails on the first attempt, but successfully gets the Doctor to hyperspace on the second attempt. While he's in there, the Ogre, the two more Ogre, are closing in on the site, and K9 is fighting them off with his laser.
and it's all very dramatic. Now,
Yeah.
the thing is, Granny Bacon has to turn on the gun every half hour, or was it every hour?
No, it's
Because-
every like 30 seconds or so.
There's a set period of time just to keep switching
No,
it
he
on
can-
and off. Yes.
I think it's every
She
half
can only
hour
run it.
for 30 seconds at a time.
Yeah, it
Maybe.
can only run for 30 seconds where it overheats or something.
Yeah.
The circuits
and
melt together.
The thing is, they've put in a plot hole here where we can't possibly just pick it up and walk away from the Ogre because it has to be in this exact spot, pointing at the exact same spot, or they won't be able to get back because reasons.
Which is funny because later on they get back and they're not in that spot, but
Exactly.
And then
So like, he has to like mark the ground when he goes into hyperspace so he can stand on that exact spot so he gets sucked back into the not hyperspace properly.
yeah.
That's
He has to find the right place to go from the light world to the dark world.
yep.
So eventually, the Ogre actually give up and they leave.
Yeah.
K9
just-
does mention they didn't give up.
They ran out of energy just as K9 also just about ran out of energy.
Yeah, there's a
And
really nice.
they just decided, oh fuck this shit, I'm out, and sulked off. And I have another picture for you.
Wait,
Oh, no.
wait.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Beautiful.
Please be a
What did you
flying.
got first?
Yes. Yes.
Like, well, fine. I'll go get dinner somewhere else.
I love the
There you go,
kawaii
lady.
womp.
They go get dinner somewhere else, all right. So the Doctor is exploring this spaceship, which is stuck in hyperspace.
And we get a beautiful zoom out of this model that again looks like something that was hobbled together out of the recycle bin.
Why
But
was
that's
it
okay. That's
shaking?
a-
Why was it shaking on the camera lens?
It has a penis on
I
it.
was laughing too hard.
Yeah, the opera is like, oh my god, this looks terrible.
At least they painted this one. At least they painted
True.
this one.
It still
True,
has a penis on it. Come on.
So there's a
It
bunch
really
of like,
does.
yeah, there's a bunch of cells in this place, and the Doctor opens one up, and the goddamn skeleton plops out, and he's just like, "Oops," and puts it back in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he did find Romana, by the way.
He does.
Chained up in a cell with a half beaten up robot.
There's also this strange silver figure that we see for the first time.
Ooh.
Oh.
And I think we all can all guess who it is, because only 3 people have been to hyperspace at this point. But
Yeah.
they're hiding away from the Doctor. So the Doctor finds Romana and breaks her out of the chains. Meanwhile, at this innocent-looking campsite,
In the dark.
a horror movie
look,
breaks.
secluded.
A horror movie breaks into Doctor Who.
Oh look, we found the Kris Chibnall written character.
Oh no!
Oh boy, I sure love camping here.
boy.
I can't wait to go back camping in 2 days when I retire from my
Was
job.
one of them about to say they were about to say hello to their girlfriend? Because that was something
Oh
Kris Chibnall
man,
would
it's
do.
so cold out here. I better put on my nice red shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
like-
K9 alludes to this. He says, "No, I've run out. I need to recharge my powers." And where have the Ogre gone? They've also gone to recharge their power.
I mean,
Yeah,
they
they
could have.
hungry.
They could have just waited for another 2 minutes at tops because K9 was just about depleted. But no, they decided no, they're gonna go get some McDonald's.
And by McDonald's, you mean Happy Campers, because the two of them put the woman puts her hand on something. She's not sure what it is. It's the Ogre,
Right.
and then her hand turns to a skeleton. What?
And then
No,
the
she's just
screen
absorbed.
fades red. So like
So-
it melts them.
Would you guys like to know something really, really funny?
Oh, I
We've
would
gone
love
from
to.
Temple of Doom to Raiders of the Lost Ark now.
Would you like to know something really funny?
Please do.
Your cat?
Do
So,
share.
as we've seen before, we've seen that the ogre will also kill people by crushing their heads, correct?
Mm-hmm.
As with the whole womp joke.
Yes.
Apparently, they put this scene in so that people would stop thinking that it's funny that the ogre fall on people and crush them to death.
Mission accomplished because this is horrific.
Yeah? Yeah.
It is horrific, but also it's like they literally put it in there because womps.
Yeah.
Well,
Not
Womps
literally
didn't exist.
Womps
Womps,
didn't
but-
exist at this time, but
But the sheer fact that they had to dispel the idea of people seeing these things going bonk.
yeah. Yeah.
Guys,
what-
our Doctor Who story is just a little too campy. Let's add in one spook.
Hey guys, our Doctor Who story is too campy. Let's literally kill the camp.
Let's. That's excellent. That's excellent. Well done.
Here's a fun thing that we've done again. Back in the spaceship, the Doctor and Romana look in another cell, and that's a Wirren.
What?
There's a Wirren in one of those cells.
Is there?
What?
Yeah,
I don't know what a Wirren is, but okay.
a Wirren is like. Have you seen Alien?
Oh, yes.
Imagine Alien, but it's a giant bug. That's a Wirren.
I
So
missed
it
this.
was
What
from
the hell was this
another-
doing on the ship?
It was from another Doctor Who story that we did just a few weeks ago.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And there's just a dead one in one of the cells.
What did they do that for? They just like, oh, we need to pad the scene out. It's like,
What costumes we got in storage? Oh, hey, throw that bug in there.
we've got a giant dead avian bug. Yeah, that'll do. Just stick that in cell number
Anyway.
4.
Some pure Doctor Who here. The Doctor sees a door that says "Do not open" and promptly opens it.
There's like a seal, and he can't read the language on it, and it's covering the little hole where the handle is, and it's got like red text on it. And Ramona's like, "Well, what does that mean?" And he makes an offhanded joke about it being "Do not remove seal." Something illegal,
Yeah.
50 pounds, whatever. And he just busts it with, what was that? The sonic screwdriver or a hammer?
Thing on hand.
He doesn't have a hammer, so it'd be the screwdriver.
He just busted it, and it just like flopped out, and he opens the door.
Here we go.
Oh.
And here it is.
This amazing, wonderful, beautiful, sparkly thing wafts out of the door and flies over toward the exit of the quote-unquote prison section.
Behold, the
And-
mysterious floating orbs.
And it's like, they're both like, "Woo, pretty!"
They're literally like
Listen.
that. Also, somebody's dying.
I'm slowly dying. Just give me a second.
Somebody's dying off the podcast.
So, like, I'm already jonesing because we've got Morgan Le Fay references. We've got sparkles. These are obviously fairies.
Oh my
Space
God.
Fairies.
They're space fairies.
They are as well. But their name is
And
Greek.
then they start talking.
Their name is Greek.
The Megara.
Yeah.
This is where I have another visual gag for you.
I'm not surprised. Please go ahead.
Oh boy, what do we got? More editing for Rainiac, that's what we got, but it's also good jokes.
Oh, come on. Yeah!
What the fuck?
That's Megara from Hercules.
Megara Sparkle?
That's Twilight Megara.
And it's wearing Edgeworth's outfit.
Oh, yes. Kris, you can come on again. That's amazing.
I need a moment.
Usually the visual edits break me, so this is a nice change of pace.
These beautiful, gorgeous, sparkly things immediately demand to know who removed the seal off the
Oh
door.
my gosh, I'm actually crying right now.
Oh god. Oh,
And-
yeah.
We do not deserve you, Kris.
Oh.
You're welcome. It took all of 3 minutes.
You can come again, that's for sure.
That's twice as long as it takes me to do some of my edits.
But yes.
No, the Edgeworth Ruff just makes that image.
Yeah.
Isn't she also wearing Edward's suit?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me have a little
Because
look.
these
She
gorgeous,
is.
beautiful, sparkly things are space lawyers.
Yeah. Justice
lawyers.
machines.
Space fairy
Justice
lawyers.
machines. Yes,
And,
sparkle lawyers.
Oh, hey, you broke the seal? That's a crime. The penalty's death.
Yeah, they describe themselves
Guilty.
as judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah, and oh my god, they're just amazingly. I have no words to properly describe them outside of in Looney Tunes there's these two gophers or something that talk back and forth to each other and are excruciatingly polite and just constantly talking blah blah blah. Like, oh no, good sir, age before beauty, blah 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 blah. And I got those vibes quite strongly from these two. I don't know why there were 3, because like normally wouldn't you need 3 like there has to be a tiebreaker somewhere, right?
I
'Cause,
guess
like,
the
if two
reason
people
is
agreed-
budget, but you're right. There should
Well,
be
funnily
3.
enough, they were supposed to be like these round metal orbs, but they thought that would look too much like Star Wars, so they were just like sparkles.
That's
I'm so
amazing.
glad they came to that decision because this is much better
Yeah.
than metal orbs.
yeah.
And they
but
start
yeah.
bickering with each other about, he needs to be executed now, and they're arguing so much that the Doctor and Romana just leave, just walk away from them.
It's very much just over and over again.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
I know.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So, our cliffhanger fun is Vivian Faye, who is Silver now, beams back and blows up the hyperspace portal gun like, haha, the Doctor's fucked now. And she beams out and is also like, hey, Ogre, come hang out with me. Let's go to hyperspace and get that Doctor.
Yeah, they board the
Yep.
ship. They teleport on board the ship.
Dun dun dun.
And Vivian's like, you're trapped now, Dr. Romana. And that's literally how it ends.
Ha 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 ha.
It's not a great
And well-
cliffhanger.
So, but part 4 is
Amazing.
Right. This is going to be a ride.
Part 4's amazing. So,
Oh boy.
Vivian and
Let's
the
do this.
two Ogre basically force the Doctor and Romana back into the room where the Megara are waiting for them. The good news, they've had a trial. The bad news, the Doctor's been found guilty in his absence, so he's dead.
Yeah, his one of the sparkles was a lawyer for him and advocated on his behalf.
He
So
didn't do a very good job.
No.
Yeah.
They found
So-
him
so
guilty,
they
so
go-
you're going to be executed.
And Vivian Faye's just like, or what is her actual name?
We don't know it yet.
We don't know that yet. That's a
But-
key point of part 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out
We,
later.
we can call her Vivian
But
Faye
she's got
because that's
her-
what she's referred to.
It's just
Yeah,
all
'cause,
smug.
like, she's in full weather balloon mode, right?
Yeah.
Shiny silver skin, her tits are hanging out, just
So here
like-
I am, silver on my titties.
and like, wasn't there a zoom in on just her chest for a second
Oh no!
for the big?
I mean, technically they're focusing on the necklace, but yes,
Well,
technically.
yeah, you say the necklace. I think we all know the real thing they were.
Cheesecake, munching on a cheesecake,
It's
munching
like
on
that
a
Benny
cheesecake.
Hill. It's like that Benny Hill skit
Cheesecake.
where there's a cameraman, and he's very obsessed with a lady's boobs, and you hear the doctor go, "Focus in on the trophies." No,
What the fuck?
because the camera just zooms into her boobs. It's like,
So the Doctor objects naturally.
yes,
And he demands to represent himself, and the sparkle layers are very, very cross about all this, but they're like, oh, fine, we'll give you this much. Present your case. And I kid you not, he just fucking pulls this nasty ass looking powdered wig out
Yeah.
of his pocket and puts it on his ridiculous Bob Ross afro.
The barrister's wig just sent me into orbit. Again,
Back
Kris,
in,
this is something that Tom Baker's Doctor just does. He just pulls objects out of hammer-space.
Actually, I don't think we mentioned this fact, but the whole ship in hyperspace thing, it actually is like just hovering above the stone circle, but it doesn't exist in normal space-time because it's hyperspace.
Yeah, it's in
so
hyperspace.
Yeah.
It's
They're
in the
warp.
same. So the segment is close in space, but not in time. If that makes
Light world,
sense.
dark world.
Yeah.
So the important thing here is that the Doctor eventually got the right to appeal his sentence. So his execution has been delayed for 2 hours.
And back in the real world, K9 and the Professor are going to fix the portal gun. The K9 will instruct, and he'll tell the Professor what to do.
Yeah, it was really touching because K9 really gave Granny Bacon a good pep talk, like a motivational speech right there. And it was really kind of cute.
Yeah.
I really liked that.
I love K9 so much.
So the Doctor's first witness is Romana.
And they use
she
Romana's
has to
full
cons-
name, which she hates, by the way.
And she has to
Oh, yes.
consent to something called a truth assessor, which is basically just a lie detector. A space lie
It's
detector.
not just a lie detector, because a lie detector doesn't
Sparkle.
kill you if you answer it incorrectly.
Yeah.
Didn't let's see, who got vaporized? Was it one of the Ogre?
That's a bit
Well,
later
the
on,
ogre
yeah,
didn't-
but yes. One of the ogre gets reduced
Yeah.
to sand by the Megara.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't listening. So like everybody's terrified of these sparkle
With
lawyers.
good reason, because they're like... They prosecute on the word of the law, not the spirit of the law. That's another thing that's important. They're very much like the word of the law is final. There's no room for loopholes. There's no
This
room
is
for
so Phoenix Wright, it hurts.
It is Phoenix Wright, yeah.
Yeah, hence the Edgeworth. How's it?
Why do you think I enjoyed this so much? But yeah, Romana is asked truthfully by the Doctor a number of questions. She gives the correct answers because she doesn't want to have her brain melted by the Megara. And then the Doctor calls his second witness. It's a hostile
Vivian
witness
Fay.
because it's Vivian Fay. And this is where the Ogre gets disintegrated into sand because she objects to being called as a witness. She tries to get the Ogre to intervene and one gets blasted for its effort.
And so she's like sweating bullets at this point, and seems really nervous,
Yeah, because
and does not.
the Doctor's plan is to get her attached to the truth assessor, and the Megara will immediately find out who she really is.
Unfortunately, since Vivian Fay was not actually a witness to the breaking of the seal, his crime, she doesn't have to undergo the truth beam.
Also, I
Damn.
don't remember. Did we mention that this ship is also a prisoner ship?
I don't think we did.
We
Yes.
did not, but it is. Yes.
That's important.
Yes. So that's why these the Megara are in there, is because this is a prisoner ship and they're essentially transporting people from one place to another.
But they were not the police. The
They-
police are the dead bones that you saw earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, they're just hanging out, all chilling and being bony. But the Megara were headed to a planet to try a criminal. And I don't remember how exactly the Doctor found that out. Did he ask them directly?
I think the Megara told him. Yes.
If I remember correctly, it's when the Megara he tricks the Megara into questioning themselves.
Oh, that's amazing. That bit is amazing. But anyway, Vivian's here on the stand, and the Doctor's like, oh, well, my plans failed. I can't get to use the assessor. But Vivian calls his bluff. She's like, I don't mind you attaching the assessor to me. I've got nothing to hide.
Uh-oh.
But she's clever with it because the Doctor can only ask her a question directly responding to the incident. So when he asks, what's your real name, that's dismissed as irrelevant information. So he asks her,
Yeah.
did you break the seal? And she, of course, says, no, I didn't, and that's true. That's the truth. So she's fine.
Damn.
So Vivian has won
Yeah,
this
this
particular
was-
round.
This was a real cat and mouse back and forth, Phoenix
Yep.
Wrighty deliciousness.
So then the doctor's like, he's still trying to stall for time, and he comes up with this idea. You know who else was there who did witness the seal being opened? Why, it was the Megara themselves.
Yeah.
I just want to interject with one thing that happens before they call the Megara to the stand, and this is the best shit. The professor gives K9 a pat on the head.
Yeah.
Aww.
So cute.
And she's actually, like, genuinely worried for him, too. She's, like, always asking, are you okay? Have you recharged? Things like that. She is the sweetest person.
Amelia is a
She
great
just
character.
loves K9, and it shows, and I love her.
Yeah.
So while the doctor is pressing Vivian Faye and the Megara, Romana has beamed back to the real world to find the professor and try to find out something about Vivian Faye that will prove that she's the mastermind behind all this shit.
And they find cookbooks
Cookbook.
in her cottage.
So I'm gonna have some things to say about this in a bit, but basically the way it goes is that the professor and Romana are looking through stuff to find some sort of clue that they can use to prove that Vivian Faye is not a human being and is actually an alien prisoner. And what they find is they find the cookbook, and they find out that Vivian doesn't like citrus.
Yeah, citric acid.
Citric acid and citrus
Well,
fruits.
specifically, Amelia says that she's allergic to
Yeah.
citric acid.
Which, of course, sets Romana off on a tangent about asking K9 to narrow down various planets within the area where the ecosystems do not have citric acid or some gubbins like that. And it felt very shoehorned and another little patch to the plot hole kind of thing there.
Can I
Like
just
a
say
little
this is
Band-Aid.
nonsense because there are people that are allergic to citric acid.
Well, yes, exactly.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
So
To be fair, though, Romana, this is probably like her first visit to Earth.
This
maybe?
is the first visit to Earth, yes.
it is, yes.
So she knows batshit all about about humans.
Yeah, she's led a very sheltered life over on Gallifrey. And I mean, she really has been part of the character.
They're deducing
background.
why the Ogre don't attack Vivian Faye because her metabolism is different from human. So the citric acids allergy thing. What planet could she have been from? Oh, she's from the same galaxy as the Ogre are.
Yeah.
Hmm.
From a nice
Very
little
curious.
planet that's nearby.
Blast.
Yes.
So, and then she's all like, well, so what big major crimes were done 4,000 years ago on this particular planet? And Kanan's like, beep boop this.
Oh,
He's
shit.
literally beat boot this, yes.
But unfortunately for the beat boot this, oh yeah, there's an Ogre busting in the door.
I love the fact they do this twice, and it's still funny.
Keep rolling. What?
We also get, and I don't know if this is from the Doctor's perspective or Romana's perspective, a mention of the Great Seal of Diplos, which is a object that has transmutation powers. So
Yeah. And she's
Changing
wearing it. She's
into
wearing it
a-
around her neck.
transmutation. changing
I
into things.
have to point this out, but before I do, I have a question for both of you. I think Kris already knows, but I have to ask. Do either of you have any interest at all in the anime Full Metal Alchemist?
Not particular.
I have watched it from start to finish.
Cool. Brainiac, if you could also put up a spoiler warning for this. This is a big thing.
Will do.
So, in other words, by looking through all these cookbooks, Romana found the Philosopher's Stone.
Oh my god.
Because you see, Frez, The way that they hid the recipe for the Philosopher's Stone is by hiding it in various cookbooks.
Oh, she's right. Why didn't I think of that?
See, this is the kind of jokes that people. These are the kind of jokes that people could be making about Full Metal Alchemist, but instead, it's all fucked up jokes about that girl and the dog.
Yep.
It's literally the only thing I know about Full Metal Alchemist.
They literally say it could do transmutation. How could you not realize? Seriously.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time since I watched Full Metal Alchemist, but you're right.
This will always be in my mind because it's in fucking cookbooks.
Yeah,
Here.
you're right.
I mean, that makes sense.
So they have all the evidence, and so now they're going to beam back into hyperspace. But unfortunately, the Megara are ready to pass their sentence and execute the Doctor.
Oh no!
I do
And
love
they do
the
advise him.
the whole when he's put the Megara on the stand, and we get information from them from their testimony.
Yes.
So they were transporting a prisoner 4,000 years ago. That we've heard that before. That particular time frame, when they were locked inside one of their own cells, and their captive was guilty of a murder and of stealing the Great Seal of Diplos, which Vivian Faye just happens to be wearing around her neck, and the Megara somehow do not see this.
Well, to be fair, they say that they were actually sealed inside that place on purpose, because what would happen is the policemen who were on the ship would bring Cesare of Diplos to them and identify her for them. Unfortunately, they're all currently dead.
She killed them all.
Oops.
So they don't know who Cesare of Diplos is because they don't know what she looks like or anything like that.
In there just because.
What the hell?
Incredible. That's just so incredibly specific to the
An
show,
image
but
for
also
everything.
I'm going to buy that.
I know you would and all.
So the Doctor's about to be executed. Whatever will he do?
This
Why, he's going to pull Vivian into it.
he's going to do it by the power of bad editing, because they're nowhere near each other, and then it goes to a close up, and then it goes to a wide shot, and they both fall over having been zapped with the beam.
Bang, boom,
Dun, dun,
yeah.
dun.
Just
But this turns out to be his plan all along, because since he pulled Vivian in, they did make sure their beam wasn't lethal. So he wakes up and he's like, "Oh, I'm not dead. Oh, Vivian. Oh, she might be hurt. Oh, you better use the truth assessment beam to make sure she didn't suffer any brain damage."
Yeah, you got to scan her brain to make sure she's not damaged.
yeah, that was really awkwardly like shoved in there, and obviously they weren't buying it at first, but they caved.
I believe the explanation for why they both survived is that because it hit two of them and not one of them, the beam's power was divided between the two of them equally, so they just got a bit of it, and they survived.
I buy it. I buy it.
I mean, it works, I
So they
guess.
scan her mind and it's like, "Oh, hey, wait, she's exactly the Diplosian criminal that we've been looking for. Oh, wow."
Yeah.
Funny.
And this is where I have a bit of a problem, because then Romana comes in and is like, "Hey, Doctor, I got new evidence." Oh, wait, you solved the case. And it's like, they did both. You can't do both here. Either have it be the Doctor's clever ruse of, "Oh, I pulled you in the beam, scan her brain. Oh, it's you." Or have it be the Doctor is stalling for time with the legal thing. And just as he's about to get beamed, Romana shows up.
Frez.
Yeah.
Friday's gotta eat.
Yes.
Gotta eat.
That's our explanation for any kind of padding or filler, Chris, is the writers have to eat, so...
God.
Yes, but I mean, you could also have padded it with more of the Doctor stalling for time.
That is not the sound I was expecting out of Chris just then, but...
I don't know, it's just, they really should have picked one or the other.
They should have, because it invalidated everything that Romana did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does kind of reduce her role to a triviality, which is a shame.
So they're gonna take her away, but the Doctor's like, "Oh, just a second. Yoink! I'll take that."
Yeah, and the last surviving Ogre is going to be confined to a cell, but taken back to its home planet. And I guess it's inferred that the Ogre were actually kind of innocent
Yeah,
stooges in all of this, like they were being forced to do her
kidnapped.
bidding. It didn't stop the Doctor drowning one and then the Megara reducing one to sand, but...
And the hilarious bit is the Megara is still like, oh, well, we got this criminal, but, I mean, you still broke the law, Doctor. You still need to be executed.
Oh, God.
And the Doctor's like, oh, my execution? Well, bye, guys. Boop! And he beams them back to Diplos.
They go on this ship, yeah, and he gets about 2,000 years grace period to run away from them. Which is fine, because we never see these things again.
Well, to be fair, he probably also changes his face before they could ever find him anyways.
True.
And
Can I
they're
just
obviously
talk about...
not good at faces.
Can I just talk about the inanity of Vivian's sentence? Also, Sarah Diplos' yeah, I was going to wonder when somebody would pick up the fact she's saying Ramona and not Romana. But
I wasn't going to call her.
I didn't want to be impolite, so...
It was on purpose.
Of course it was.
Good.
That's the excuse I use when I mess things up on this show. It's a bit.
Now, Rainiac.
It wasn't a bit.
Kris is a guest, so she's believed.
Yes, be nice to her.
I'm being nice. I was trying to point out I've done the same thing. I can't win.
Are you patronizing me?
So can I talk about the inanity of Vivian's sentences then? Because
go ahead.
She gets 2 sentences. She's going to get 1,500 years imprisonment for impersonating a Celtic goddess, and imprisonment perpetual for stealing the Great Seal of Diplos. Are we also knowing the fact where she committed a murder?
Yes.
Yeah, well, you know,
They
just
didn't
kind
see
of
that.
murdered everybody.
And they said that both sentences will run consecutively, but one of the sentences is perpetual imprisonment, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, that happens with real sentences too.
Yeah, that happens with real
It
sentences.
can actually, yeah.
You can get like 20 years in jail for something like in a murder case.
20
say.
years for jail walking and then 100 years for murder.
In this country, you can get like 182 years for consecutive murders.
Yeah.
If you get 4 20-year sentences, can you run them all consecutively, or do you have to take them in order?
I think it's in order. Because you can get multiple life sentences.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
If they run consecutively...
Either way, their decision is to stone Vivian.
Yeah.
She gets turned into another stone at the 9 Travellers, which are now, are missing a few Travellers because the Ogre are gone.
Yeah.
See, and there's something I wanted to point out about that, because there was a little bit of lore there that they touched on. What did they call it? The Rollright stones is what this is based off of. There's like a legend saying that the number of stones is impossible to keep track of, or it's impossible to count them.
Yeah.
And obviously the number has changed since they took the Ogre back home, wherever they went.
At
And
some
2 of them
point,
are
they're gonna
dead.
have to
One of them's
refer to
going back
these
home.
stones as the Travellers. Just take the number out of it completely.
There you go.
So we
Also,
say
Kris, I hate to tell you this, but you've done more work on this one episode than we've done for 121.
we do work.
I feel attacked.
It was all last minute.
Well, that just
Okay,
makes it
now
worse.
it's in the true spirit of Doctor
That
Who
makes
reviews.
it worse.
No, that makes it on par.
No, like within an hour of Googling and just refreshing my memory with the wiki article, I went down the rabbit hole as I usually do, and found some interesting fun facts to share with y'all.
Well, they
because
were
why not?
certainly interesting and fun, and thank you for digging them up for us.
So the story ends. We say goodbye to the professor. We head off in the TARDIS, and we've got the 3rd part of the Key to Time. 3 down, 3 to go.
And there's a fun
Yeah,
little
but
bit.
here's the thing.
Yeah, go on, Kris.
Go ahead.
No.
I was gonna
You're the
say-
guest. You're the guest. I've been told you're the guest. I had to be nice to you. Go ahead.
You two are the polite gophers from Looney Tunes.
Yes, we are.
I'm watching you, Rain.
I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah, but you're also British.
Oh my god.
I
All right, but so they deal with Cicera or whatever her name was, and they put in her sentence, and she's like, "Oh no!" and turns into a rock. And then they turn around and it's like, "All right, time for your execution, buddy." And he's like, "I don't think so," and beams them up back into their ship. Just like that.
that bit is great.
I love it. Yeah, because he managed to grab the seal from around her neck before she gets turned to stone, and he just uses that to send them on.
She's saying, Doctor, if you let them do this, you realise you'll never find what you're looking for. I'm not sure about that. This belongs to me, I think. Yoink.
Yoink.
I mean, technically it belongs to the
so
Megara,
shocked.
but they just let him take it, which is odd.
Well, it belongs to Diplos, and remember, they're not the police. They're just the judge, jury, executioner.
But they witnessed him
not in
committing a
charge of
theft.
handling.
They literally witnessed him committing theft, which is a crime.
Well, to be fair, we know that this is a segment of the key to time, and it has the ability to change its form. Maybe she changed it into the necklace.
Yeah,
Well, obviously she did.
yeah, and
Because
we get a neat little bit with Amelia where they say goodbye to her, and it's like she's like, "I'm going to write down about my experiences. You're going to clear everything, Professor. Well, I do have my academic reputation to consider."
Yeah.
And then the TARDIS vanishes in front of her, and she repeats the line. It's great.
Oh, jeez.
And then
just
Romana gets to
absolutely-
put the pieces together because the Doctor's like got the 3 pieces of the key to time, and much like the beginning of the story, he can't do it. It's like smashing them together.
Just having a Monkey moment.
Yeah, and he just
Moment,
looks at Romana and smiles, and that's the end of the story.
Another fantastic outing on the planet Earth.
Yeah. We've used that before, but I'll use it again happily. I just hope this isn't the gift that makes the recording stop rendering.
So,
The gift that keeps on gifting.
shall we final thoughts on the Stones of Blood?
Yes, and since Kris is the guest, I would like her to go first.
Oh, gee, just put me on the spot, why don't you?
I'm
Oh,
being...
it happens every week.
I give up. I'm done.
Rainiac, stop patronizing her.
Okay. I thought it was a fun, very concise little story. It did have a few continuity issues, some basic little frayed edges left all over the place here and there that needed trimming up or could have been reworked a little bit better. But for the late 70s, early 80s, it was honestly pretty darn good. And I liked it. 5 out of 7.
Continuity issues in Doctor Who?
I'm at
I'm
7.
shocked.
5 out of 7! I understood that reference.
Bret Hart gives the story a 4 out of 10.
Rainiac, you've seen 5 out of 7 before.
Yes, I mean, Kat's referenced it on this very show, so
Yes. If I may, with Stones of Blood.
you may.
Yeah,
you
go
may.
ahead.
So I enjoyed it. It was good revisiting this after like 9 years, but this is a fun little story. It's got elements of the gothic horror that makes some mid-70s Doctor Who with Tom Baker good. And it's got elements of the more goofier gonzo Doctor Who in the late 70s. And they just mash it together into this thing. I mean, it's weird. It's wild. It's got some absolutely dumb shit in it, like moving rocks that slide around and Justice Sparkle fairies. It's just a fun time, you know? You could do a lot worse with Doctor Who, classic Doctor Who than this, you know. And it's even got K9 and the Great Professor. The Vivian Faye is a bit muted as a villain, but it's a fine story.
Yeah, she
I
kind of sat
enjoyed it.
around.
I enjoyed it. So it's worth a watch if you're interested in Tom Baker doing some fun stuff. Okay, Rain
Bob
Cat,
Ross
one
in
of
an
you.
Afghan.
I mean, at the risk of being painted further as a villain, I'd like to let Kat go next.
Wow,
So
saving
now
yourself
because
for
I'm a
last.
woman, I get to go first?
That's it, I'm out.
We love you, Brett.
We love you.
Much loves. This has been fun.
Come on, Bartholomew. Come back here.
I'm here. Please go ahead.
Well,
He's compiling his notes.
No, I'm not. I'm closing them down because the episode's over.
well, I had a great time with this. Not the least of the fact because I got to watch it with my best friend and listen to her go, "What the fuck is going on?"
Ah!
There's gonna be so much editing for this.
I am fully prepared to take that bullet.
Oh. Now that I'm calmed down more. Characters are fantastic. K9 always fantastic. I love our Granny Bacon. She's fantastic as well. I agree that the villain is really weak in this, and there are some moments, like Kris said, where it's just like, okay, yeah, we get it. You need to find a way to make X happen, but this is very convoluted, which makes it even more Phoenix Wright, in my opinion.
It really does.
Yeah. But it's like, I had a good time, I don't know that I would watch this one again. Maybe if I was watching The Key to Time in full, I would. But otherwise, it was kind of, it exists. It's pretty good. I had a good time. That's all you would want.
It's
5
one of
out of
those
7.
things where you put on... you put it on in the background and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so am I allowed to speak now?
Yes, you are.
No.
You may, sir.
No. Okay. Well, I'm gonna, just for the purposes of moving this along, I will speak and I will talk about this. So I enjoyed it. First time I've ever seen it, and it's now the second part of the Key to Time saga I've seen. First one being the Armageddon Factor. I haven't seen any of the parts of the saga up to then. It's enjoyable. Grandma Bacon, as you keep calling her, is a great character. Like, she really is, and I love the anecdote that she only got her role because she wanted to see K9 on the set. That's fantastic. I hope that's true.
Well,
Tom
it's on
Baker.
TARDIS Wiki, and we know that they're not entirely villainous, so you never know.
Oh. Tom Baker is fantastic in this, as he is in most of the episodes that he's in. Mary Tamm, I do think that Lala was the better Romana. I'm sorry. To
I
fans of
agree
Mary
with you.
Tamm.
Yeah, agreed.
But she has her moments in this. A big minus is the fact that she figures out, all the new evidence, and then it's completely pointless.
Yeah.
Totally invalidated.
And you're right about Vivian being a bit of a weak villain, although I like the makeup job on her silver skin.
Weather balloon goddess.
Yeah, what
Balloon.
balloon goddess, exactly. Flying north over Tokyo in the night sky.
All I can think of now is if she ever has a kid, it's going to be that kid who was the balloon boy.
Oh my god,
God.
yes.
Oh,
I can't wait.
jeez.
The Ogre are both dumb and amazing at the same time.
Yes.
Like, I kind of like the fact they didn't have the budget for full-on rock monsters, because this is even better.
Yeah, it honestly is.
I wish we got to see them fall on someone rather than just seeing it off camera, but apart from that, they're pretty great. Yeah, it's a fun time. I'm not sure if I would watch this one again, and I can't tell if it's better or worse than Armageddon Factor, because Armageddon Factor did have a fantastic antagonist in the Marshal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fire.
He wasn't even the main villain, but he was a great antagonist. So yeah, that's
Back on it.
that's Stones of Blood in the Can.
The next time, normally I would throw some dumb bullshit at you, but we're shaking things up a bit.
As usual. Hey, Kris,
Yes.
you're going to pick our episode.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I have no idea what any of this would mean, so I'm kind of blind here.
Oh, it's okay.
So,
Kat's
man,
got something
they-
planned for this.
Oh,
Yes, don't worry. I've got something planned so that you don't get blindsided, because
Okay.
there's a lot of stories out there. Some of them don't exist anymore, and some of them
Oh.
we've already done. So we got to make sure that you pick one that is available, and we can actually do. So,
Gotcha.
I have curated a list. I left out some doctors that we've already done or have recently done. So, since we just did 4, we're not going to have him. And since we just did 7 the week before, we're not doing him. In each of the options, there are 3 stories. We each picked one of the stories and put it in. So what I want you to do is I want you to pick a number. I have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, or 11.
Let's do. Now, did you say 7?
7's out.
No, 7 is not 1. 7's out.
Okay. Let's do 5.
Ooh,
All right.
Good choice.
Then I have a question. Do you want to hear the titles of the serials, or do you want to just pick via number?
Let me hear the titles.
All
Can I
right.
just point out the title of this the Stones of Blood? Very Goosebumps
Yes,
level
very.
of
Yeah.
quality here.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
R.L. Stein at his finest.
So here are your
Tarantino and
3
R.L. Stein
titles.
were influenced by this story. Great. You heard it here first. Right, Kat, go ahead with the titles.
So these are your 3 titles for the 5th Doctor. We have The Visitation, The Caves of Androzani, and Modern Undead.
Oh, shit.
I do like me some spelunking. We're gonna go with the caves.
Oh!
Oh,
I think I know who picked this one.
who?
Britbox.
No,
No.
you were being
It was
correct.
me.
Oh, Cat picked this
That was
one.
Kat's pick.
Nice.
So congratulations, Kris. You picked the one where the 5th Doctor dies.
Ah,
You have also picked one of the best stories in the classic series.
Congratulations, Kris. You picked Doctor Who Magazine's 2013 polls 4th best Doctor Who story ever.
You have picked a really good story, so well done.
well, fantastic. I'm glad that I've directed you to an enjoyable story.
Yeah, that's the
Well,
right
here's the
reaction.
I
problem.
look
This
forward
is
to
also
listening
the
to
story that leads into Twin Dilemma. So, tomato, tomato.
It's fine though.
We've
We
already
did
done-
that
we've
one. We
already done
exercised it.
Twin
It's off the
Dilemma.
docket
It cannot
forever.
hurt me.
We're good.
It cannot hurt me anymore.
And we did cover this one, me and Jerry together, but
Yes.
we've already agreed that those could be redone with the
Yep.
main format, the new format. So that's
They
great.
sure can.
Yep.
Because, 20 people watched those?
Don't rub it in, but yes.
Well, I mean 30
I mean,
people
mine.
watch these.
How many people?
But that's 10 more. That's progression, Cat. That's
How many
progress.
people watched-
Exactly.
That's
We've
quite
progressed.
impressive.
That's an interesting view count.
Although, actually, I think one of our most recent ones actually got 55 views, so that was cool.
When you say it's an interesting count, do you mean it's ha funny sex number?
No, it's just bigger than I expected.
Yeah, and I think I know who picked which out of this list you showed me.
Oh. Oh, do you now?
Well, I will give away something. Both mine and Jerry's picks for the 10th Doctor were the same. Because you had to pick
They
another
both
one.
fucking picked Love and Monsters.
Yes!
Oh,
Here's the
It's
thing.
like, if you want to put the list on screen of the choices she had, you can.
I will do that because here's the thing. I picked Love and Monsters, specifically picked one that no one else would pick, and then he picked it anyway.
Okay, so that's your excuse. I just picked it because I wanted some gonzo bullshit and try to do a podcast.
Also,
that's
anyone
like,
who knows me
okay,
knows exactly
let's
which.
defend this thing.
Anyone who knows the slightest thing about me knows exactly which 11th Doctor story I picked.
Let me look at the list here.
Just so that you know, Kris, Love and Monsters, that's the one with the woman who turns into a slab of concrete.
Yeah.
That I told you about.
yeah, it was fucked up.
It's not the worst story ever. It gets a bad rap.
Oh,
I
Yeah,
mean,
but-
I would beg to disagree, but
Kat,
okay.
did you pick the Dominators?
How
No,
does
that
she
was
poop?
me.
That
You
was him.
picked the Dominators.
There was a reason for it.
Is the
I'm
reason
gonna
that you're
tell
trying to
you
placate
now.
Mike?
The reason was Mike.
The
I'm gonna
reason
tell
was
you
Mike.
now.
Mike.
The first one in each list, that's Rainiac. I'm second, and then you were third because that's how it just happened.
Did we all pick Mind Warp for 6?
I didn't
No.
pick Mind Warp.
I just put down just Mind Warp just to see what would happen.
Oh, you were trying to break the poll, I see.
For the record, I picked Time Lash for this.
And I picked Attack of the Cybermen because I thought you'd all pick Mind Warp, so...
Jesus.
Also have this, and you could put that in as well.
Yes!
Yeah.
So, there was a bit in one of the, you might know Proton John and Friends did the Runaway Guys Coliseum, and there was a segment of Family Feud in that. And one of the questions was in the final round was name a psychic Pokemon, and both players picked Gengar. And that's what we've just done with Love and Monsters.
Gengar. Dominators.
Kadabra, Alakazam. I mean, it's literally in the name.
I think Alakazam was the top answer and Mewtwo was the second.
I will say, Rain, I just watched the Damons before I left on my vacation. It's pretty solid.
Oh.
I love the fact that we both...
It's a good thing I'm the one who picked that.
I love the fact we both picked Love and Monsters. That's just perfect.
Okay.
I know exactly who picked the Space Museum.
Yeah, like I said, the first picks are
The
all
Space
Rainiac.
Museum. Wow, I can't believe Kat would pick something weird and gonzo like the Space Museum. Gosh,
Yeah,
Kat.
weird, isn't it?
Weird of you.
I've just noticed the War Machines and now I'm upset.
That was me.
I know, but I'm upset.
Well, it could also have been Daleks in Manhattan, so, you know.
I'm very upset.
Daleks in Manhattan.
I
All I
mean,
can
that's
think
the
of is
first
that-
time, Chris, that I watched a Doctor Who cliffhanger in the modern era, and it's supposed to be all like, you know, scary, intimidating, and I just laughed my ass off because it's just penis tentacles.
Oh, someone get the picture. Someone get the picture.
I think I can arrange that.
But we should probably
Penis
start our sign-offs now.
Yeah.
Brainiac, where can you find us four lovely people?
Well, you can find us on Twitter at Reviews Doctor. You can find me at Brainiac the Maniac, Jerry's at Freezing Inferno, Kat at Concave Usurper, and Kris is it Hawk _ McBlade? Yeah.
It is, but honestly, I don't use Twitter because fuck that shit.
Would you like me to edit that out?
Nah, fuck that shit.
Well done. You have doomed yourself, but well done anyway.
We can also talk about a book by another Kris, Tamm, author of Back to the 11th Hour.
Available on Amazon.
Yes.
Well then.
It's a shame Kris wasn't around for that Among Us game where I got chucked out the airlock for memeing about that book.
Also, Kris, just so that you know, this is Daleks in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That's the big climax reveal, and the idea is you meant to go, oh my god, the Daleks are human now. I just laughed my ass off for 30 seconds because it's so dumb.
Wait,
Yeah.
holy shit. In all the excitement, I forgot to ask. Hey, Rainiac, how's Symphogear?
Not bad.
Fuck.
You made it to the end of the episode, and the answer is I've watched now up to episode 7, and I now know the identity of the mysterious girl in the armour, and I think I'm really going to like her.
Yes. Yes!
I think Kris has the potential to be a great character. What I don't like,
she's great on our show. Wait, shit.
What I
hang
will
on.
never forgive you for letting me sit through is the fact that Hibiki and Miku are no longer friends. So thanks for that.
Oh, you've gotten to that. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I mean, hopefully they
Yeah,
make up by
so
the end
close.
of the next episode.
So close.
Rain, I have a primo shit post for you. Just for y'all.
Oh god.
Just for y'all. But we'll wait till after the show for that.
Okay. So let's wrap up then. So, thank you so much to our special guest Kris for being a fantastic sport about this.
No problem. Honestly, I had a lot of fun, and this was a lot of fun going over it with you guys.
I mean, the fact
I
that
enjoy listening to you guys
that's very kind of you.
when I can.
That's very kind of you to say that. I mean, hey, you've beaten out other friends of this show that don't listen to our podcasts, and other co-hosts that don't listen to our podcasts. Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry.
I listen to this podcast.
I mean,
Anyways, bric-a-brac.
bric-a-brac.
We done?
So yeah, thank you to Kris. Thank you to the audience for listening to us talk about the Stones of Blood. And
Oh shit! Yeah, I stream. I do stream stuff.
Yes, you do. I was going to get to that.
Mondays and Fridays, and then Saturdays I have a stream with Kris doing Satisfactory, and then Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time we do movies.
Yeah.
What movie are we doing?
We did Knives Out yesterday, and this Sunday we're doing a little film called Llamageddon.
Llamageddon. If for some reason, since apparently this is a problem, if for some reason Amazon decides to remove Llamageddon, we'll do Sharknado.
Either way, it's going to be.
I really hope Amazon doesn't remove Llamageddon.
We're gonna have a good time.
Yeah. And you can have a good time too if you go to crunchyroll.com and watch Symphogear.
I mean, it's not the worst anime in the world.
Oh, that's the thing that you told me not to ask about.
Damn it!
No, but it's okay because he asked first, so you're off the hook.
You specifically told her, whatever you do not mention the word Symphogear.
Yeah,
Frezno.
Kat even told me she told her that, so...
I was trying to prevent this.
I was keeping quiet so it didn't happen, but it didn't matter.
Life finds a way.
I remembered you threatened to start trying to get her to watch it too, and it's like,
Because
fuck, I gotta
freaking
save her.
Barry over here zeroed in on the target and found it.
I'll make a deal. I'll watch like a handful of episodes to see if it's anything I would be interested in. If you read Chainsaw Man, Frez, because I need somebody else to gush over it about.
How long is Chainsaw Man?
It's not very long. It's only 11 chapters.
Okay, I'm gonna say one thing just to say, Frez. Kris, are there any throat slittings in Chainsaw Man?
Oh yes. There's
Pick something else.
okay. Shoot.
That's the one thing he can't do.
Yeah, there is a lot of gore, a lot of dismemberment.
Because it's like she's been yelling at me about it, so I know more than you do, and I knew for a fact how bloody and gory it is, and I'm like, immediately, it's like,
I mean, I
gotta
can
make
take
sure.
blood and gore. It's just specifically throat cutting. I cannot.
Yeah. It's just, immediately I thought, okay, it probably happens in there. I better ask because he might not know too.
I can't think of a specific moment, but yeah, there's definitely going to be.
I think we
people
can work
get
something
shot.
out.
People get their arms cut off. There's a lot of intestines. He's very good at drawing intestines, but I will say the characters are incredibly lovable. Despite being really simple and little shits, you really start to adore them.
I've seen the redhead girl in the suit.
Ah, yes, Makima.
I like
There's
that.
a redhead girl in a suit.
There's a
Yes.
redhead girl in the suit.
What was the name of this this again?
Chainsaw Man.
Okay, I'll see what Jerry says about it.
Oh my god, I should have warned you two about Chainsaw Man rather than Symphogear.
Yeah.
Brainiac, say goodnight.
Good night,
Like, if
Rainiac.
you like Danganronpa, you'll like Chainsaw Man.
Also, can I
That's all
point
I'm
out
gonna
that
say.
I love the fact that I said it was first names tonight and you've just called me Rainiac. Thanks for that.
Well,
Say goodnight, Brett Fox.
Brett Pox!
Say goodnight, breakfast.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
good night. So long.
Bye.
Take care. Sayonara. Auf Wiedersehen. Bye.
Bonsoir.
Bye.